Hello quilters, this video will show you how to make a double fold binding, which is also known as a French fold binding. This is one of the commonest bindings techniques. The first thing you have to do is decide how wide you want your binding to be on your project. And to do this, you take the measurement, which I'm going to have a 1/2 inch, times it times 4, so that would be 2 inches. And then you have to add your seam allowance, which would be 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch, or 1/2 inch. So I have cut my binding strips 2.5 inches. After cutting them, now I'm going to show you how to sew them together. With right sides together, you're going to place them like this. Now it looks like an upside down L. And you're going to be sewing on a diagonal like this, so that when you open it up, the binding continues. Now, sometimes you can just eyeball it, but if you don't feel comfortable doing that, what you can do is draw a line with a pencil on there. Like that. Okay, I'm going to place it under the machine. And we're going to sew it together. Now I'm using white thread, which is a contrasting thread, so you can see what I'm doing. Normally you would use the colored thread that your binding is. Okay, as you can see, when you open it, you have a continuous binding. Okay, I'm going to sew one more so you can see again. Putting right sides together. And this time I'm not going to put the line. I'm going to just sew it without the line. I'm going to match them up. Start to sew. Okay, now after you've sewn that, you want to cut a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And now we're going to go over to press them so you can see how to press them. Okay, we're ready to press, and what we're going to do is press the seam open. That'll help to have less bulk when you're on your binding. And as you can see. And if you have little dog ears, you need to cut those off like that. And I'll press the other seam so you can see. Okay, the final step for this binding is to fold it in half. I'm going to trim off the end here. It's not straight. Fold it in half and press it all along there. After you have it all pressed, your binding will be ready to use on your quilt project, a wall hanging, pot holders, quilts, anything. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us on Facebook at Needle Pointers and share pictures of your projects. We would love to see them. Also visit us at needlepointers.com for more quilting instructions and free quilting projects.